Here we are, the unboxing of the WRP cars which have arrived from Australia into Scotland today. Here we are, nice box, no signs of damage, so kind of looks hopeful that the car should be okay. I've opened the top to save having knives involved, but anyway. So a box addressed to me from Phil in Tasmania, also known as Australia. So in the box, first of all, there's a list here of the hosts, so I can forward it to Martin John in Wales, not too far away from me, and then he'll take over from there. So okay, next thing in the box is some result sheets, I think, yes, result sheets, and a note about the customs aspects of the cars being shipped around the world, that they're not for sale, therefore we don't have to pay customs import duty or whatever for each country. And the good news is that they arrived here in Scotland from Australia and I didn't have to pay any import duty or answer any questions, just basically arrived at the front door. Extra stickers if we need them to put on the outside of the box, like this one here, just describing that the cars will be returned to their original owners after the event has completed. An empty bag. Another empty bag. No, okay. This one has little advertising boards, placards for the photo shoots, which are very important, of course. So must remember to use those. And there we have the cars. So again, sort of nice packaging protection for the cars inside the box. Each car is individually wrapped, and there's some more packaging here or something. So anyway, so here we go. The first car, nicely wrapped. Plastic bands. There, and it's a Lancia Delta. Delta S4, of course, Group B car from the 1985-86 era, and this belongs to Gaza. Oh my god, it's showing already. Just doing a quick sort of cursory check, cosmetic check if you like, whatever. Feel that the rear axle's turning quite happily, the front axle's turning quite happily, the guide seems okay. No obvious cosmetic damage. Blue text on the screen. So the wipers are a bit wonky, but that's sort of natural, par for the course. The wipers take a bit of a bashing. The mirrors are okay, so yeah. One. Next car. I haven't done an unboxing video before, so I hope this doesn't get too boring, but oh my god, it's my own car, right, okay. And again, the axle turns okay, front axle, front guide's okay. Another Lancia Delta S4. It's been re-liveried in a very attractive livery, and let's see how that goes. Didn't go too well in Australia, but never mind. It's all about participating, as I tell myself every year. Next car looks like a Metro, and sure enough, it is a Metro. It's from CX, is that Charles? And he likes the screws all to be loose. The car's been sort of flat bottomed, which is interesting. Rear axle turns okay, front axle turns okay. No obvious damage, no lights missing, no mirrors missing, no wiper damage. The Metro is quite an attractive car, although it's a bit of a beast in reality when you see them. Another Metro. That one was the Clarion livery. Should maybe describe the cars in a bit more detail. This one is what was actually Rothman's livery, but when the tobacco advertising bans came in, they rebranded as having racing instead of the word Rothman's. So again, the axle turns nicely, the guide seems okay. Chassis very loose, but presumably that's how Phil Calfo's car himself. Phil likes a lot of body float on the chassis and body, so that's fine. Looks fine. Aerial's gone, of course, but that's expected. Of course, this is the second season for these cars. Was it the third? Was that the second or third season? So they have been around a bit already, and so things like the aerials and mirrors and stuff may have vanished in previous rounds, previous seasons. Another Metro with a very slight bodywork. This car is actually a rallycross car. So Team Red, I think that's Craig, have fitted a navigator, which of course is essential for the event, whereas normally a rallycross car wouldn't have a navigator. So quite nice, no signs of damage, but the back end has suffered somewhere. Okay, the exhaust bits have been removed or something. Perhaps the exhaust removed to allow the body to float more. So yes, yeah, quite a nice car. Axles fine at the back and front. Guide seems okay. Mirrors are okay. No headlights in this, of course, because it was a rallycross car, but it has got sort of the fake headlights, if you like. And yeah. Next car. Now Lancia Delta. My mother used to give me a run for saying Lancia rather than I should say Lancia. I once asked her what the capital of Italy was called, and she said Rome. And I said, well, if you call it Lancia, surely you should call it Roma. So that kind of ended the discussion. So yeah, Lancia Delta, front axle turns nicely, back axle a bit more stiff than the others, but it does turn okay. Don't think anything rubbing. See how it runs and shakedown. Mirrors are okay. Oh, sorry, that mirror is a bit. Oh my god, that mirror's hanging off. Right, I'll try and super glue that back on. And this is Split Rim's car. Oh, from Southern Britain, as we call it nowadays. So yeah, no signs of damage. Taillights tend to fall out. I think the taillights. Oh yeah, I replaced the taillight with one of my taillights because it had fallen out. But the Simons are both okay. Headlights are okay. Wipers are okay. So yeah, this guide's okay. Front axle, back axle. It seems to be alright. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars gone. I can't remember how many there are. I think fewer than 20, but nice elastic bands, by the way. Getting good elastic bands these days is difficult. Right, see the axle in this one is much freer. Lancia Delta. The axle spins quite freely. Guide seems okay. Front axle. Oh, yeah, this car has this front axle split, but both sides are rotating quite happily. Yeah, I think this car did quite well last year, or the year before. And no cosmetic damage. The mirrors are okay. Mud flaps are okay. Yeah, a bit floppy, but that's normal. This looks like another Metro. I can't remember how many Metros we have. There wasn't many. Yes, so from Johnny in England somewhere. Norfolk, is it? Somewhere? Yeah, Johnny Nobber. Back axle's fine, front axle's fine. No mirrors. So they've gone at some point, or perhaps been removed. I removed the mirrors from my car because I kind of knew it was inevitable they would get smashed. Front, the guide seems fine. That's yeah, that's a fantasy livery that John's put on it, which is quite nice. Austin Rover, of course. Kent cams, I noticed, that caught my eye as being a camshaft supplier to the racing world in the UK back in the day. Another Ford. Well, sorry, this is the first Ford RS 200. Don't say that. Number 111, so it can only be Peter Guns. It says don't tighten down. Back axle's fine. Front axle's fine. Guide's fine. Maybe I'll check the screw tightness. I think the screws are probably more tight than Peter Gunn would want. Apart from that, it's fine. No cosmetic damage. No mirrors. It looks like the mirrors have been broken off or something, but no mirrors. The mirrors have gone. There's a this is a fantasy livery, of course, the green, and I'm not sure where the origins of that green are. I think I did once check, because Peter Gunn always paints his cars green, but I can't remember now. Another RS200, and oh, a bit of fluff stuck in the wheel. So it's lost one mirror at some point. Front axle's fine, rear axle is fine, sprung guide is fine at the front, brushes maybe just need to be pushed down, and yeah, all seems fine, so we'll see how that goes. That's quite a smart car again, it's a fantasy livery, quite nicely done, the straight lines, the multicolours, so quite a nice car that, yes. Next up, an Audi, right. Audi Quattro, goodness knows, I think it's an A2, I think the shorter wheelbase cars are number 2 type, and I'm not sure, maybe I think it's an A2, not sure. Front axle's fine, rear axle's fine, guide is fine. The mirrors are moulded into the body on these cars, so that's not a problem. Aerial's squashed, of course, but hey ho. So it seems fine. Quite a nice car, bit of a beast though. Yes. I just realised something else in the box there. This looks like another RS200. Welsh flag colours. Is it green, white, red? Yeah, it's green, white, red. So and a Welsh dragon, of course. So that must be Martin in Wales, also known as Snurfin. Never found out what that was. A Snurfin. Yeah, fancy livery, obviously. I don't recall seeing a rally car looking like that. But front wheels are fine. Rear axle's fine. Not as free as some of them, but it's fine. My god, the underside's a bit of a mess, but it's been flattened and whatever. No mirrors are gone, and no aerial, so it's gone as well. So, yeah, the other thing that's in here, the packaging is bifunctional, what that means. In that it's advertising hoardings to go outside of the track. I should perhaps put these out. And there's also a bit of padding to the side of the box. Well, it's got Metro advertising as well. British car to beat the world. Oh, okay, I don't recall that happening, but never mind. And MGK sponsors, I should never mention the sponsors. MGK, Ian, whose name I'm not too sure of. MGK Engineering, who do bits and pieces, and presumably as a sideline does stock car bodies and tyres. And I think we'd all agree that tyres are great. What's this sort of advertising thing? It's like a sort of advertising trailer. Oh, it's like a merchandising trailer, isn't it? From the World Rally Championship. In this case, it's the WRP merchandising truck. The merchandising will follow soon. More advertising. Oh, Lancia Delta. It's the new style Delta badge, of course. Previously it was a shield thing. I won't bore you with the details. Audi and Metro again, and MGK again, and WRP again. That's fine. More cars. How many have we got now? We've got 12. Another Audi. And back axle's fine. Front axle's fine. Guide is fine. This is from Pepsi 62. And again, it's the same version of Audi as the earlier one, which I think is an A2 or something like that. We were expecting a slightly interim, one of the middle era Audis to enter, but sadly it didn't appear. It is a non-starter. Axles are fine, guides are fine, did I say that already? And the same this time. Another Lancia Delta. three wheels, well, freely rotating wheels. Fluff on the guides, on the brushes there, get rid of that, or here or something. Guide's fine. Oh, guide's a bit, yeah, that's like mine. Mine's a bit low like that. Latte Delta Totip livery, which of course is the Italian lottery, and they sponsored rally cars over the years. Another car, our RS200, and right, the standard Ford factory colours, of course, the stripy lines. So these are quite nice cars. Our children quite like them. Although my favourite is the Belga livery, the Belga livery, but I have one myself, but there's not one entered. Axle turns freely, guides secure and tidy. This is Bob. Welcome to the WRP, Bob. You're new and hosted around in Australia. Thank you for doing that. Nice instructions, very nice instructions underneath about how to tighten the screws, and the body rocks quite a bit. It's got both mirrors, and it's got the aerial as well, the aerial's folded back, so that's survived well. Of course, this will be the first year this car has competed, so it may suffer during this year. Final car, a couple of spare rubber bands, a bit more padding at the bottom. And the last car is another of these Audi A2s. I hope they are A2s, or else I'll be able to fold myself here. So yeah, Audi A2. Back axles, not as free as some, but front axle nice and free. The body rock, plenty of body rock, and the guide is quite secure. Well, it's not sprung really, it just happens to sprung by the guide wires. So quite nice. No cosmetic damage I can see, so yes, fine. So that is the box empty, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cars. There was hope that Dave and the other man would send his 2 cars, but we're stuck with just the 16. So I'll finish this video up and post it on YouTube as we do, and the next bit of the proceedings is the bit that the hosts enjoy most, well at least I do anyway, which is where I run the cars, a shakedown session to make sure they're running fine and basically enjoy myself. So might try and video that as well, but it's difficult. Right, thank you for watching. Oh, I should say things like please tick subscribe and all that, but I won't. Bye.